Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey.
So we're getting a little pizzazz with we had a little razzle dazzle.
A little bi-coastal action.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
I miss being there. I'm like, I need to be in LA.
Yeah, we're officially like back open.
I've heard. So now I have zero excuse.
Yeah, all the restaurants and things that I'd say other stuff, but the restaurants that you love are back open. They're back open.
And you can get outside or just outside?
No, they have some places where they do indoor dining, but it's not as much as like it used to be. You know how like it felt like we were on top of each other? Mm-hmm. It's none of that no more. So you're like,
I'm gonna be in LA this summer.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. I mean, I like the vibe. I've been liking the outside vibe. Besides them, like kind of robbing you.
Oh, I did see that on Instagram.
Yeah, they did it a few times, but other than that, I mean, I still just like that sit down outside, like kind of chill, that namaste vibe. Beverly Hills has been given. I haven't stopped, but now I've been going to the rooftop restaurants, like at the hotels that are
Which ones? You got to take
nice.
me.
Oh yeah, we talk offline because hotels definitely ain't sponsor. So I'll tell you later, but it's absolutely beautiful because after you eat, you can go right near the pool and catch some action. So it was some nice action up there. And for me to say that, it was some action.
I can't believe you was outside.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of had to, because after a while, Postmates and like Uber Eats gets tiring. Mm-hmm. So I definitely had to like catch a vibe and just sit outside, and just see what it kind of was bringing, see what comes my way, just get my conversation skills back up because I feel like that's lacking, and just prepare for the summer to reemerge and outside to reopen. So I'm just getting myself back acclimated.
So I need to be out there. I'm actually going to come out there though for like, I don't know, like a week and a half next month. So I'm definitely need all the spots and I'm jacking you out. Cause listen, y'all, every time, let me tell you how psycho this lady is, right? Mm-hmm. Every time I come to LA, right? Mm-hmm. So, when you visit another city, you want to go out every single night. You want, from the time you wake up, you want to get dressed, get your makeup done, do your hair, and you want to hit the city, right? Mm-hmm. And every time I call her, I'm like, hey, Karen, do you want to go here? Oh, I just got in. Oh, I might got to do this event in the morning, so I don't want to stay out too late, right? Mm-hmm. So finally, I'm like, okay, I'm not even finna even call her to go out to dinner. And then I get a text message like, I can't believe you didn't invite me to dinner.
You know what it is? You still want the invites, but you're not going to go. I
it's
still
like you
want the invites.
You to tell me no.
Yeah, give me the option of saying no. I might say yeah. That day, you know what? I felt like I might have got dressed to go out.
The one time you did go out, you had me sitting on a corner by the Chrome Heart store waiting on you for like 30 minutes. I call her back and she's like eating ice cream, like talking to somebody. I said, yo, Karen, I'm about to go. Like you were on your way 30 minutes ago.
So to break it down, I was on my way and then I saw somebody. So I spin the block, which I really did in my car, and I was talking to them. And the fact that you knew this person too, I thought it would be okay.
Say hi. I just hung up the phone.
Because you know what? Ming called me and I knew she was going to yell, but I knew if she saw this person, she'd be a little bit more warmer and nicer. And she hung up that phone. He was like, oh, I definitely, okay. The person was like, now Ming is going to hate me. I'm like, I think she might a little bit.
Just that I'm just literally sitting on the corner, just waiting on my friend. Because I told all my other friends, they was like, "Oh, we finna go here, we finna go there." I'm like, "No, I'm finna go hang out with Kay. Like, you know what I mean? We probably gonna go get some lunch. I want to go by this one store." I had our whole day planned out. This girl's eating ice cream, just chit chat. I'm like, "Girl, just call me when you're on your way." And I actually just turned on my location and just told her to come find me. Just come where I am. I mean,
I end up finding you. So I think
that was an hour and a half later.
Yeah, I mean, but I did because you had to take in parking, a little bit of traffic, and life. And I was doing a little bit more talking, but yeah, you know what happens with those type of situations? They don't happen often, but. Moral of the story is still want the invite, even though I'm not going all the time. But I feel like you're such an LA native. I don't need to host you anymore like that.
Yeah, I don't need to be host, but I like to go out. And it's like, well, maybe the new Karen that you are speaking of would like to go to restaurants.
Oh, no, I'll definitely do that with you.
And,
if you want to go
nightlife. Because it's like, if it's after 8 p.m., it's a no for Karen.
Yeah, it'd be getting like, oof, winding down. It'd be like my Golden Girls set in. I'm like, oof, it's getting kind of late. It's getting real mixy out here. I don't know what the world is giving. And then, I don't know, like, just my friend is just really dope. So I like spending time with them. They make me super comfortable. It's easy to like sleep. So... Not to say I love spending time with you, but it's just my other friend is just super dope. And that friend is my bed. So, yeah. And then I turn on that Netflix. It's like, oof, good choice. But I mean, I end up liking the pictures on Instagram.
You do. But you miss all the fun. And then you're like, oh, I should have came.
Yeah,
I'm like, duh.
You're right. You know what? I'm coming out. Another
reason why I don't like to, sometimes I don't invite you is because you're such a scheduled itinerary, planned, situated friend, right? And like I kind of like
you like to wing it.
I wing it. I blow in the wind. You know what I mean? If the situation ain't how I need to be situated, I just leave. Yeah. But I at least go in and peep the scene. You don't want to even go in and peep the scene. You down there want them people to roll out the red carpet and throw flowers.
I'm just so used to structure, and then just the talent and stuff that I worked with. I always made sure they had structure. So I think I forgot it just about being normal and relaxing. Where at times I'm like, what? I'm not even going to have structure. I'm not going to put the pressure on. That time I went out with you, I think it was your birthday? No, it was your birthday or after like Queen Naja's thing. And you text me by accident. You're like, listen, I'm bringing Karen.
I texted you by mistake.
Yeah. You're like, whatever y'all got going on, fix it. And I was like, Ming, this is to me. What I do? She was like, no, I just know you need structure. So I want to make sure the section is however. I'm like, no, I don't want to be that friend. Like, I'm fine and I'm chill, but it's just like, I'm just so used to a certain thing. Like I'm spoiled. No,
I accidentally sent her the text message instead of my homeboy. And so I was texting my homeboy. I said, listen, because he was like, oh yeah, y'all come to the club, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, listen, I got Karen with me. She's in the car. It's cold outside. We cannot, please go inside. I told her I need you to go inside. Make sure the table is straight, drinks is on the table, and make sure that we can walk from the car directly inside the club. He's like, yeah, I got you. She was like, why are you sending that to me? I'm like, I didn't mean to send that to you, but I just needed my friend to know what type of level of service I needed to happen or we was going home.
You know what? But no, I don't want to mess up the trip for everybody, but it's just like, I like things a certain way. Don't ask me for ID. Don't search me. Don't stop me. Give me room. I want to be able to do a cartwheel in my section because I don't want people on top of me. Bottle service, untouched, and then preferably like music that I like coming in. I know that's a lot, but like in my mind, that's not a lot. But saying it out loud, it's a lot. But I'm working on it. I'm be chill. The ID and the waiting thing, we still gonna talk about a little bit. But I'm gonna be chill, especially like, we don't always need a section or area. We do a nice little lap or walk around. It's not that bad. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be chill this summer. I'm gonna work on that. That's all my like.
Remember when I got asked you for, you was hosting something and they asked you for your ID and you was like, I'm actually hosting an event. So if you need my ID, I'm not coming in here. And I was just like, I'm just like, please just we both host. I'm like, please just get the man your ID. She was like, no.
I mean,
she why was like, go get whoever's running this event, you need to get them out here or I'm going home.
But the thing is, like, our names are on the marquee. It's a flyer image that's there. So it's like, sir, look to your left. My image is right there. And I'm not even trying to be like braggadocious of certain things. For me to go into my wallet, to take my ID out the thing, to hand, it's just too much. Like, you know what it is. They radioed you, told you we were coming. Let me inside, especially if I'm hosting and I'm coming. So it's usually that person's at the door to greet you, to bring you in. So I just be feeling like they be a little extra because it was a marquee and like our picture. And I'm like, you still want my ID? You supposed to be protecting me, not protecting me from going in. Like, what is it giving?
I was like, this girl is nuts. So guys, I just saw Karen. She came to Atlanta. I wish she would move to Atlanta. So
listen,
then we can both have a spot in Atlanta, and then I have a spot in LA.
I had such an amazing time though in Atlanta. I had such an amazing time where I got to see different parts, I guess like the outskirts, or I don't know what it's called. But it was so beautiful. And I was like, we have a mutual friend, Jonathan. I went to his house and I was like, what's this over here? Because it's really quiet. It's not too far. I love your house, but my phone don't work there. So that's why I hate going. I don't know why, even though I'm on Wi-Fi. So I be feeling like I'm detached from the world.
My phone works so good in my house.
I don't know if it's because I have AT&T or something, but I sign on to
AT&T.
I sign on to your Wi-Fi and it's like, that bitch don't be fucking with me.
Oh, see, the Wi-Fi get a little tricky.
Yeah, so it's like I be sitting there, I be cool, me and Story kicking a little bit, then it kicked me off, and I just be feeling like that's when some stuff is happening and I'm not getting my messages. So I'm like, all right, I'm not even gonna stress her and be like, my phone don't work. How we gonna fix this? You know me. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay closer to the city, but I had such an amazing time. I was like, yeah, I wanna move here. Like I was seeing all these different parts and stuff. I love this so much. Now I see why you love it.
Well, you definitely get a bang for your buck. So like $1 million in LA is like nothing. It's like literally, that's what it is.
It's what we're recording out of. No offense. Yeah, it's not the same.
LA will be like this. You so
cute. Yeah, you cute. Yeah.
Like LA is like playing with a little 5-month-old baby.
Yeah, like it's not giving you nothing.
Nah, Atlanta is like the world is yours.
See, I love that because I saw a property out here that was like 1.7. Amazing. I saw a similar property. It was like 700,000. minus the million, but it was all this extra like accoutrements they gave you with it. And I'm like, LA really be playing in my face. Like I won't tiptoe over here and get that done.
Even like rent is so crazy there. Like for like when I was looking at 2 bedrooms, they were like $6,000-$7,000. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, this is like mortgage money.
Yeah. It gets very pricey and expensive because they know people are like come and go and don't really have time to take care of like property and certain things. That's been my biggest thing is like I've always been traveling. So I'm like, I don't want to leave my packages. My plants need to be watered. You're going to need like a housekeeper and you're barely home. But it's, in LA, a lot of the buildings and stuff, they give you that like concierge service. Where it's like they'll gas your car up, they'll wash your car, they'll bring your packages up, they go to the store for you, they do breakfast runs. It's like it's convenience. So it's like now they're making you pay for that convenience more than ever. Even during COVID, I thought like prices would go down. More people they know got to stay home and shelter. So they're like, more than ever, y'all need us. So these prices can go right up, go right back up.
And so, when guys, when she was here in Atlanta, we did our first press for Girl, I Guess.
Yes.
And right before we started filming this episode, they sent us the proofs of the pictures, so we got to pick them. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go through the pictures and pick them. I'm so excited.
I'm like ecstatic because this is something that's like we both got to do together, tell our point of view, and it's just like being able to continuously share these like moments with you are exciting within themselves, and it shows our personality. So I'm excited for everyone to like see the cover.
I am too.
Yes.
I told Karen just to pick her favorites, and I'll pick from her favorites.
Well, no, send me your favorites separately. Send me your favorites.
I've already picked out all of mine.
Okay, so I was doing that. I'm going to send you them like separate, and then we'll agree on the ones we like, and then we'll send it in the group text.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, it's 50-50. See, I'm working here. I'm working. I'm not being like, me, like a Maya song, but I'm like, giving some zhuzh. How was Miami? I know you just got back.
I was just gonna say, did you notice that I got a tan?
Yes. Ming is making sure we notice her tan.
I can't even wear makeup if I wanted to because I'm like 2.5 shades darker.
Oh yeah, your color, the color changes. But
I literally, it was like a much needed break, and I ended up wanting to really take Story to I took her to Miami because she kept saying she wanted to see the ocean.
My girl.
And so like that was kind of like our first trip since we went to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Really?
She came out to LA, but like I was kind of like working and she was like there. So like I would have the nanny take her to do fun stuff while I was working, and we would get to sleep together. But like this was like our first vacation since Hawaii. That it was just like it was all about her. We did like, you know what I mean? Like she literally had us down at the pool from 9:30 in the morning until like 5:30 p.m. Like she wanted to sleep at the pool. Like even when she wanted to take her nap, she wanted to take the nap at the pool. Well, and then she took her first boat ride.
Those swimming lessons are coming in handy.
Those swimming lessons are really coming in handy. I can't wait until it gets a little bit warmer in Atlanta so she can start them back because I think she'll be able to swim by the end of this summer.
That's gonna be so.
But it was amazing. So I actually ended up staying one extra day just because she just was having so much fun. Like I just couldn't believe like how much fun. And then it was so crazy because she got cool with like all these people at the pool and at the hotel. Did. So as she's like walking through the lobby, everybody's like, Story. And she's just waving, I'm just cracking up. Like this girl is something else. It's so crazy. And they say like, you should cherish those moments because they go by so fast. I just was just loving every single second of it.
How did she like the boat?
She loved the boat. She kept looking for fish. Unfortunately, we didn't see any fish, but she kept looking for the fish. She kept saying, "Where's the fish? Where's the fish?" But we ate and we drank and we let our hair blow in the wind. And
that's my girl. So when you bring her to LA, I'm definitely gonna take her to the beach. You don't have to worry about that. I'll be up for that. I'll take her there.
Okay.
Get her, we won't all the way, but start like get her outfits for surfing. We'll take our time with it though. I'm seeing your face a little stuck, but yeah, we'll get there.
Well, I won't go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm figuring, you see, this is how it's probably going to work. Those are the things I kind of want to do, but you don't really want to do. So now Story likes water. I'll gladly do that with her. Sit at the beach and have a picnic, eat, and kind of just hang out is so nice.
Oh, see, the picnic park is cool. It's when you want to start going surfing and doing water sports is where
you're like, I'm gonna sit this out. Okay, well, yeah. Besides that, but like that, and did you guys do anything else that she really liked, or she was just too into that water?
No, we just really just did the water, and we just went to dinner every night. And by the time we got from dinner, she was so wore out from like the heat and the water, and she would be. By the time we got back to the room, she would be asleep. So that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all we did. So what'd you do this weekend?
She had a good vacay. What did I do? Oh, I went on a blind date. That was interesting.
Who hooked you up?
A friend. It was.
Do they got any more friends?
You know what? Like, I don't know what it was. I was just so checked out. I could have been nicer, but I was just like so checked out. I was checked out. I was so.
Okay, so wait. So you went on a blind date. Okay, start from the beginning. Okay. I knew nothing about this blind date. So you guys are hearing this. I'm hearing this for the first time with you.
Okay. So when you think of blind date, you think of like all the negative kind of connotations that could go with it. Like, oh, what can go wrong? So I don't know if that was just like plaguing my mind. Like, oh, Karen, this is very desperate of you. I don't know why. I just had negative thinking through the start of it. And I don't know if I like pushed that forward or just made certain things happen. So when I got there, I felt like my energy was already off. But I was like, let me shake it off. Let me fix it. Because I do want to be here and he didn't do anything wrong. So let me just, check the energy. But he was nice. It was just certain things like he was saying that I necessarily didn't align with. And I just checked out of the conversation. He kept saying little things like, oh, with what I do and what you do, we could be a power couple. I'm like, why does it feel like a business meeting? Like, I'm not trying to invest. It's like, ooh. It was just like, ooh, why are we talking power couples on the first date? Like, let's just get some hors d'oeuvres, some drinks. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening on Netflix or Snowfall. Let's take it slow. And then it's just like when they start asking you those intrusive questions, but then I know it's not coming from a malice place, but it's still rude.
Like what kind of questions?
How come you're not in a relationship? How come you don't have kids? Why don't you have kids? Is something wrong? I'm like,
yeah, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, I'm like, but then it's like they laugh about, like he laughed about it, and I'm like, ooh. There are truths hidden in jokes, so I don't fucking find this funny, and I just think it's a little invasive. I'm not asking you about like, certain things like, hey, are you a family man? Or if it comes up and like, let's gradually get into it. But I just felt like I was being interrogated. So I went to the restroom and then I just went home.
You didn't go back to the table?
Mm-mm. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use
if Mr. Blind Date, if you're watching this, this is why your date did not come back to the table, because you were being very rude. Even though
it was just very invasive.
Dates, I ask all kind of crazy questions because I feel like that's when I'm going to be able to get like the absolute truth, because there's no emotions involved.
Yeah.
And I feel like as emotions and feelings and stuff like that get involved, the more prone people guys are to lie. So like I asked all like, you know what I mean, about your if you're dating, who you was dating, what happened, all this type of stuff. Just so I can get the actual, hopefully get the truth. But I feel like that's the one time that I might get the absolute truth, because there's nothing invested.
See, that makes sense. It's just, I think I'm just at a point where it's like, let's figure each other out. Let's have great conversation. If it kind of like, once you feel each other out and you know the vibe of what it's giving, the vibe wasn't really calling for that. So it's like, we're still figuring each other out. The conversation is light. So it's like I felt like we were like at a level 2 and he took it to a 10 with the questioning, where it just felt like more like not even a conversation anymore. It just felt like interrogating. And that's when I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, what was rude on my part is like probably leaving and not saying anything. But I did it before we ordered. So it's not like I ran out on the bill or anything. So you're welcome.
I would have had to at least eat.
I felt like, damn. So I ordered the food and she ate and left. I didn't want to be that girl because they love to go on Twitter with a story. So I didn't want to be that girl. But then I was like, yeah, I'm going to just be the girl who decides to leave. I should have maybe communicated that like, hey, maybe this is not the best for me. But I was like, let me just go use the restroom. And then when I got in the restroom, I was like, I want to listen to this Pop Smoke song in my car. And then I went in my car and then I was like, I wonder how this sounds in my speakers at home. And then I went home and they sounded great.
So did he call you or text you or or was he blocked?
No, he did. He sent me a question mark. He said, is everything good? And he was like, guess you're not coming back. And I think, there we have it. Then my homegirl called me like, Karen. I said, yes. I said, yeah, I'm home. Tell him thank you very much. But it just wasn't for me. Yeah, that could have been seen as childish, but it just wasn't for me. It was just the invasive of the questioning. And I just felt like I just was being interrogated instead of like on a date with a nice gentleman, having a good time. This wasn't like a business venture or deal. I'm not trying to raise capital. So it turned into one of those where I'm like, damn, am I at the bank or am I on a date? So like.
So would you go on another blind date or is that not for you?
No, I will. But now I'm trying to like, I'm not in this space of like, oh, I need to hurry up and date. Like I did it. I tried to establish something with somebody. It didn't necessarily work out. Life. And I think
life be lifing. Now that's for sure. Life, that's one thing about life. Life will start lifing on your ass.
So it's two sides to me. There's the one that's like, Ming, come save me. I'm drowning. That's the one that you usually know.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, see, because she's off. She's off duty. So now it's the one that's real like lackadaisical. It's like, okay. And a lot of guys don't like that version of me because they think I don't care. And I think that's what his thing was. He thought I didn't care. And it's like he would do things to like try to invoke these emotions out of me. And I just didn't like that. Just let me be. I'm fine. I'm okay. The situation is fine. And it'd be things where he's just like, well, I don't like when you do this. I don't like this. Or like, you didn't call me back. Like, I told you about my day. My days can vary. Some days I'm free. Some days are like super busy. And this day I was super busy, but I called him in the morning. And then he checked on me in the evening. I was like, yeah, just still dealing with this long day. Hope everything is good. Then the next day, he called me like screaming and upset. And I'm like, okay. And he didn't like that response. And I'm like, I don't know what response I'm supposed to give you. Because now when you're in your 30s, you should be able to communicate, have conversation, converse with one another. You're calling me screaming and talking down to me as if I'm a child. I have nothing to add to this conversation, especially when I know somebody is like trying to push their negative energy onto me. And now I'm in a place where I'm not fully accepting of it, where I'm just like, okay. So it comes off like I don't give a fuck, but that's not the case. It's just I'm okay with like being a part of whatever it is you're trying to get out of me. I just like, I'm okay. I'm chill.
He wanted to be toxic and you wanted no parts.
Yeah, like I was like, whatever this like Justin LeBoy season is, folks is going through, I don't want no parts of the meme world. I'm like, I laugh at it, I joke at it, but I'm like, I don't want this in my life. We too old for this. And afterwards he like came by and he was like, I was like, yeah. He was like, well, why didn't you call me? I'm like, because you hung up on me. I'm not calling you after that. And he was like, no, you're supposed to call me back. I'm like, oh, do the back and forth thing. I was like, I'm gonna sit this one out.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm toxic.
Yeah, no. Oh, I could tell by your tweets. I just be like, why is she tweeting? She tweeted like me when I was in the ocean.
Somebody texted me yesterday telling me something. Oh, you is toxic as fuck. I wrote back, duh.
I'm
Duh.
just
Tell me something I don't know.
I'm just so, my spirit is so like, and just my energy is so namaste. I have nothing to offer, and that's terrible. And I don't know if that makes me like unseasoned and bland, but like I'm cool. I don't even want to dip my toe in the pool right now. Well, in the ocean. I'm not swimming. I'm cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like this Karen.
Yeah. So it's like I'm cool till people kind of understand the place I'm in, that I don't need you to make me whole. I'm like, I'm whole. I'm committed to myself. I know like what baggage I have, my faults, what I'm willing to work on, what I'm not willing to work on, and certain things. Everybody's not ready for those type of conversations. I know my core values. Like I know where I stand in life. And like I'm at a real secure, great space where it's like if you're gonna enter it, like you're gonna have to like kind of add to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to subtract from you. I don't necessarily, no, I'm not trying to subtract from you. I'm not trying to ask you to be all of this in my world. I just want you to be whole. But just, I want you to have your peace, but allow me to have mine. So I shouldn't have to be with you. I shouldn't have to be with you and feel like I'm falling apart for you to feel whole. And that's what I just felt like that situation was. He was a super nice guy, super sweet, and he tried. And it's just like, he would just get mad at certain things. I think he was used to a certain thing. And that's okay too. And I'm like, maybe you should go be with that type of woman or those type of women who suit your needs or what you're used to, because it's okay. That's like, you know, you're used to Taco Tuesday and then you come to the hibachi station. It don't, the palates ain't acquired for it. So it's okay. Just go back to what you used to. It's not a bad thing. And, you know, no knock to those women or him or anything like that. I'm not like in that place. It's just you're used to a certain thing and I'm okay with it. I'm not going to drag anyone to make you become what I want you to be. You are whole. You are you. And I need people to accept me as I am and stop trying to have this notion of like, you like the idea of who I am, but then you then want to change it. No. So how's your dating situation? Because Twitter, you be giving a lot.
Situation?
Yeah, don't make me pick up the phone. You be giving a lot. I should have wrote it out on, I should have printed it out on sheets and read them back to you. Because I don't even need to turn on Lifetime. She is giving up like, oh no, he blocked. Never mind, y'all, spin the block. He back. Fee is paid. I'm like, what is going on?
So if I don't get a letter, if I don't get a sheet of paper that say, will you be my girlfriend? Check yes or no. I'm single. So I don't think anybody's doing that anymore nowadays. No, I'm really just single. I'm dating. I'm really having the time of my life. I don't know if any of our listeners have been in like chronic relationships. Like I literally been in a relationship, like a real relationship for almost like 10 years straight. And not necessarily with the same person, but like I am a relationship person. Like I go from one relationship to like I might be single for 3 or 4 months and then I get into a whole nother committed relationship and that might last for 3 years and then I get into, so I've been in like a relationship for like the last 10 years, like as long as I can remember. I've been in a relationship. And so like, this is like my first time really, honestly, truly being single. And I'm having a fucking ball. Like, it's just something about the way that I go to sleep at night, not worrying about not one single person, but me in story. It's just, it's undescribable. The peace that I have. And it's fun. Like I do like dating and I like not putting all my eggs in one basket. And I love going on dates. I love meeting people. I love a little toxicity in my life.
Love to sprinkle it on there.
A little razzle dazzle, but a little crazy. But I am single and I am mingling. So I'm weighing all my options.
Living up to the name, Ming. Living up to the name. I said you living up to your name.
I'm living up to my name.
Yep.
Mingle and Ming. I've actually had to turn some people down. Like I had this one guy who was like in the music industry. That's as far as I'll go. He like really wanted to like date me. And I kept telling him like, yo, you don't want these problems. First of all, I know too many people that he's like dated or tried to date or whatever. So I'm just like, no. I'm like, it's not gonna work. We could be cool, but let's not date. And like literally he was like sending stuff every single day for like maybe like 2 weeks straight to my salon. And then he got in contact with one of my friends. My friend's like, why don't you want to date him? And I was like, just tell him to let it go. Like tell him, first of all, I'm nothing but a hassle. Like, you know what I mean? Like just let it go. Like just let it go. It's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste his time. Just let it go. Like, I don't date people inside the music industry. I'm sorry. So if you're inside the music industry, leave me the hell alone. I'm not built for it. It take a special kind of lady.
Yeah, it's a different type of beast.
That's a wild world.
Yeah, it's a different type of beast. But I feel like when you get back here, we should definitely do a double date. We should see what it brings. Yeah, we should do a double date. I feel like that'd be cute. That
would be cute.
We see.
Who's gonna find us the dates?
I'm gonna figure that part out.
I wish we could record it so I can just look back at how fucking funny it is.
I feel like maybe we should for the podcast.
Or maybe we should do where I set you up on a blind date and you set me up on a blind date.
Yes.
That might be really good.
Yes.
And funny.
Alani I think it's Alani. I'm not sure how you put it. Yeah, it's Alani in the UK. She has a show like that where she hooks people up on blind dates. We're definitely going to do that. I'm going to hook you up on one. You hook me up on one. And we have the cameras there. And then our listeners and YouTubers they can watch. They can watch. And we could see like who is the problem. If somebody is the problem or if it didn't even just make sense or work out.
Even though I think I might be the problem.
I just don't care. And I should care. And it just be reading wrong. Cause it's just like, I don't care.
Nah.
Yeah. And it just be giving too much. I don't give a fuck. And as a woman, you should give a fuck. But like now with the way society is, I don't really need to give a fuck. So I don't. You know how that goes.
I come with my own everything. That's what I told somebody. I come with my own everything. Let's be very fucking clear. I come with my own everything. You ain't got to upgrade my car. That's the thing. That's the thing too. I feel like they have a problem with is just like, I play in this field too. They feel like they're in a whole nother league. I'm like, baby, I got like 2 rings in this league. I'm MVP, baby. Like, stop playing with me. But you know, I honestly, it'd be the ego sometimes because it's not even. I don't see anything as like men and women are competing, especially in relationships. But it just be those egos, and I'm cool with like trying to stroke it or like massage it or tend to it or even just dim my light for you to feel secure, to make you feel like you can shine because we're supposed to be shining next to one another. So what you doing for Easter?
Well, that's what we got to figure out. So is Story coming here?
Well, I was trying to rent a. Maybe you should come here, even though I know you hate coming to Atlanta.
No, I'm gonna come. I actually like Atlanta now.
I was trying to rent a big Easter egg. I mean, not an Easter egg, but a big rent some fake little bunnies.
Is folks dressing up?
Of course.
You lying.
I think I need you to be the bunny.
Nah, see, because that's what it is. You want me to be a character again. Because you going to tell me it's a dress-up thing and folks is in they fine china.
Like bunnies.
No, and I'm going to show up and be the only Easter bunny and stay in character. But I still like it. I still like the...
Need a bunny Child.
It be hot in
I can't
there.
be a bunny and the host.
Okay. Okay. All right. But then
Okay.
can I figure out can we do like custom eggs and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
We can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, besides like the regular, I don't really like to give kids all the sugar and chocolates. So if we could put other little knickknacks and things in there, little prizes, stuff that she would like. But I like that. We could do where we're gonna do it, in your backyard? Or are you gonna rent somewhere?
Yeah, well, I was gonna put it all around and then like have like a Easter Sunday dinner, and then I was gonna get a photographer. It was gonna be really nice for the kids.
Okay, count me in.
Okay, perfect. So I haven't talked to you since all this stuff blew up all over Instagram. How do you feel about those Nikes that just released because Nike, I just read right before we got on here, Nike is, I guess, suing the company who released those Satan Nikes.
It's like, it's so much to unpack though, because it's like, one,
he had some good points though. He said he was like, like our kids love Old Town Road or something, whatever the song is called. He was like, but yeah, I was thinking about prostitutes and lean.
No, he
was.
wasn't.
The kids listen to it. That's not my fault. I said, ooh.
No, but to be fair, he did not come into a situation trying to parent. He was just trying to move his music, and people made that a children's song. People put that on him. He didn't put that on people. He was trying to find his identity, which I understand. But what gets interesting within itself is like, Nike didn't go this hard when the Jerusalem shoe dropped like 2 years ago. They had one where it was like a godlike version where somebody put like water or something from Jerusalem in the shoe. And it was like blessed and all this other stuff. That same company made those shoes. They didn't say anything or get mad. So I'm like, with this one, I don't know if it's because it's like, okay, I get it. A lot of people I don't deal with the satanic stuff. But the thing is, I don't have to bash him. I don't have to disrespect him. The culture we live in now, it's not like before where you had to turn on MTV or BET and it was just on TV. Now you have a choice and a preference. Like, if you don't go looking for it, it doesn't bother you. Like, to me, Lil Nas X is the equivalent of learning to mind your goddamn business. That's really what he is. If you mind your business and leave him alone, he don't affect you. Like, you shouldn't be if you don't like what he has to do, don't follow him on Twitter, don't subscribe to his YouTube, and you won't see it. It's not like his videos being thrown at you. It's like plastered all over 42nd Street. Or it's like as soon as you open the TV, you see it. Like, you literally have to go to YouTube to find it.
And Google it.
I mean, the song is the song. If they play it on the radio, the song is good to me. So it's like, I didn't watch the video. I don't see myself, wanting to get the sneaker or whatnot. I just don't align with certain things. But it's just, to me, it's like, people are making it a bigger deal because I think they're pushing off like their national preferences or things that they like. I don't know. I feel like they're afraid of, or they don't even really know what the problem is.
What? Okay. Yeah, I have not seen the video, but I do want to watch the video. Mm-hmm. I want to see the video because it's very artistic and crazy and wild, and it has some viral moments. So I do want to just see it from just an artistic point of view. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't agree with the whole Satan thing, but yeah, I also don't like. I'm like, for the video to be so viral and so popular, I've yet to see it, so it's not like it's being forced upon me.
Exactly.
So I do agree with that point of view. But another point of view on Instagram that I must get your opinion on is the Derrick Jaxn thing. Yo, first of all, I just found out who he was.
Yeah.
Mid scandal, right? So like, yeah. I did not, I didn't know
who he was.
But I don't follow no male relationship.
No, I don't either. Because they be in their car. They be in their car capping. Like, why can't you be inside your house, on the couch? Where's your kids? It's like they make those videos in secret. I don't follow none of them, and I don't believe in none of them. at all. So I wasn't
then
familiar with him.
I was watching it, and like when he like, okay, first of all, like he has so many contradicting videos that resurfaced from when he was talking about how hard he went on Kevin Hart. Oh my goodness. Have you ever been watching that video and you was like this?
Yeah. Because he did that to Pastor.
He don't deserve.
Pastor Gray too. He went and talked about him with his scandal. But that goes back to like, this is not him trying to help and educate the community. This is him feeding his ego. Because here is your wife. This is the first time you're showing her on camera. Right?
And I'm mad she didn't come bad, bitch. I would have,
but you know what? Whatever, like, I don't want to talk about her appearance because it's not, she ain't do nothing wrong. But it's like
she didn't do nothing wrong. And it's not necessarily about her appearance. And that's how you know that he's such a why would you even drag her in there to sit there for you to like tell the world about your infidelity? You should have just you should have went in the car and did your apology in the car like you did every other video.
And then if you follow, shout out to Tasha K, because she like threw all his business out there, but she's the one, she said even in his videos, I went to her page and it was so much, I was like, oh yeah, I got to get off.
He was outside his side girl
he was out doing the videos outside the side girl's house. And I'm like, damn. To a point like, sir, that again, he's feeding his ego and he cares about the views because then he did a response video to his video. Then like people are making fun of his wife and he's laughing and he thinks it's funny. Then he's re-pushing his book. And I'm like, okay, a lot of this stuff people pick up on. I'm like, if y'all see it as marketing, this is a woman's life. And then
I hope she comes out with a book. Like, I really just hope that.
I hope she just comes out whole and okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, from her videos, she does not seem hurt or like she seems like.
Go read her like little journal entry. She talks about hating her daughter. That's all like. But this is weird.
I haven't read the journal entry, but just from her videos, it seems like you know what I mean. She's forgiven him, so it seems like she has like. It seems like this is. She knows, she's fully aware what's going on.
Yeah.
And that she has forgiven him. And so that's why I'm like, so if she's not hurt behind it, I hope that she could find the positivity in it. Because the only person who's finding the positivity in it is him. And he's the only, like, you know what I mean? So I hope like she is figuring out how to like pivot from the situation. And I mean, they're married, so I guess like all the revenue is coming into the household.
I know the money's coming in their household, but it's not like they have a business together.
So you don't think he's sharing that money?
I know he's probably taken care of. I don't want to go too deep in their financial, but he's led by his ego. It's not his marriage, his love for his wife, his love for his children or whatever it is. He's led by his ego because the way you are allowing, like this is how you introduce your wife to the world, and it's in this manner. It's you apologizing and then you making other viral videos to try to get content, to get followers, to push your book and this narrative. And you always talk about these other like relationships. You know, this is why we have to have grace. And even in those like those, I don't even want to call them spiritual because, you know, they make mistakes. They own up to it and they apologize. As much as people give Kevin flack, Kevin owned up to his bullshit most of the time. He owned up to that shit like, hey, listen, I was wrong. We gonna figure it out, move forward. Hey, whatever it is. And he apologized and he moved forward and he tries to grow as an individual. Him, he's just playing around and being funny. Like,
so do you think his brand is tarnished? Or do you think?
No, I mean, he definitely got more followers. I want to see what he's going to talk about next. He's probably going to use this in a way to say like how he leveraged and rebuilt his relationship and his marriage, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully, you know, I really hope more than anything, I hope she finds her peace and that she's okay. Because I read some of like her entries and she talks.
Where is her entries at?
It's on her Instagram. Like just read some of the posts that she put up, where she talks about like she hates her daughter's skin and like it just was very troubling, which makes me feel like, you know, she's heavy devoted into the church And I don't know
Against that.
if it's her like just respouting things that were told to her, like she has to remain strong, she has to take this is a part of your marriage and XYZ. And I don't want to blame it all on the church, but it's just, I know she's a very devout person, so I don't know if she's just regurgitating what people told her. And I just hope she finds that balance, because that ain't it. And that's not the way you should be presented as a wife. Like that's just not it. And to me, it's disrespectful. And you shouldn't have your wife be the laughing stock of a situation and make her look bad.
Not only that, you haven't even stopped cheating. That's the point. They're just.
I don't think he is. It's honestly, it's arrogance, and he's led by his ego. Once I saw the video and how his reacting video to it, and like you said, speaking in third person, that's when I realized, I was like, okay, he's led by his ego. But that conversation, I feel like, is going to go on forever. And maybe the next episode, we can have somebody like from the church to kind of like touch on that kind of stuff and just show how like women evolve in certain situations, because it's this negative connotation when it comes to women in the church and just how society moves now, and the two pretty much not adding up, and the ideologies people have now and things like that. So it's just like, how do we evolve as women? How do we continue on? Because, I'm still very like faith-based, but my views and certain things are different. So it's like, how do we move forward in that way?
Yeah, I think that would be really, really, really good.
Yeah, that's what we'll put a pin in that and make sure we have somebody who can help and guide through that, because that's a whole conversation, because that man is trash. But this is the last episode for the month.
I mean, he's not perfect. The fact is, and it would be, well, it's not okay because he's married. Mm-hmm. But nobody is perfect. It's just the fact that he's giving advice as if he is a model citizen. Like he's not taking his advice at all.
But then it goes back to realizing this is just a person who created a platform, and he's just giving his opinion. He didn't go to school for this. He don't got any type of degree. So we shouldn't put him like he's some sort of psychologist, a marriage counselor, or anything like this. He's just somebody who is spouting stuff, and he's letting his ego continue to fuel him. I wish him the best. I don't think it's necessarily fair. I don't think his wife should have been presented in that way, but we'll see.
I think he should have left his wife about it, but I think he should have left her anonymous, as he's always done. And he could have apologized to her, but I don't think he should have dragged her into it. I think he should have just left her alone, especially because he knows how social media and how bad the internet is, and how everything will be like, you know what I mean, made into a joke or a meme and stuff like that.
But he was turning it into a joke. But
she didn't do anything. She did absolutely nothing.
She did nothing but be a wife and stand by his side. But that's a whole nother episode. It's the end of the month. This is our last Women's History Month. It's coming to a close. Excited. We still got $10,000 left.
That's $10,000. Who you giving it to today?
Let's get into it. Let's give them a buzz now. I'm super excited about this, because it's not necessarily just a regular business. It's an organization that's doing a lot of incredible work with the youth. So let's give Samantha a call. And let's tell her she won.
Okay, Samantha.
All right, we got Sammy on the phone. Hi, Sammy.
Hi.
How
are you?
What's up? How are you guys? I'm good.
So excited to be closing out Women's History Month with your organization. I said this time we didn't fully just pick a standard business. We picked an organization that's doing a lot of work within the community. If you can just let our listeners and audience know about your org.
Yes, of course. So me, alongside DJ Oshkosh, we co-founded Dreamers Youth, which is a program that just gives youth opportunity to be their individual selves and build on top of creativity that's God-given, that, talents that they have naturally or talents that they don't know about. So we just give them that platform to be able to expand on those, and then also provide mentorship for them, as well as just uplifting the community, because the kids are really our future. So we want to make sure that we supply them with the necessary tools that will help them carry through. So that's kind of what we do. We work with a lot of different artists in the music industries, in different art fields like cinematography, videography, photography, graphic design, so many other things. We did skateboarding and all these different sports that aren't necessarily found in the school systems. We want to just let kids know that there's so much more than just the box that unfortunately sometimes they get put in from just society's standards and all of that.
Man, that's amazing. I just really love the fact that you're touching on helping these kids become individuals, tapping into their potential, as well as worrying about, with the mentorship, their mental wellness. So those are 3 important things, especially at a young age. So that's amazing. So Sammy, we want to congratulate you on behalf of the Girl I Guess podcast and Christopher Terry. You have won $10,000 towards your initiative.
Wow. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. That is awesome.
You are so welcome. Loving everything that you're continuously doing in the community. Want to help towards that. We'll find other ways to, to help provide and collaborate with you. We have your information, so we'll definitely be in touch. But congratulations again on behalf of us.
Thank you so much.
Look at God. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. All right. Bye.
So dope. We finally completed March Madness. We gave away $50,000, which it felt so good.
I love that. So we're officially done. That's how you blow 50K.
Quick.
But yeah, I mean, new month, new goals. Excited to see what this month brings. We're going to have somebody, hopefully next episode, help us women evolve. Yeah, new dates.
New dates. First of all, let's just give a round of applause because this is our 10th anniversary, as you would say, our 10th
Okay,
episode.
I was going to say, we back on that? Okay.
But I can't wait for episode 11.
Yeah.
It should be good.
It should be good. Some gems. So get your notebooks and things ready. But yeah, you going out tonight?
Well, I guess. I'm going out. I'm baby free.
Yeah, girl. All right. Me, Netflix and chill. I love you, boo. Bye.
Bye.